Hello, second grade. Last week we talked about portraits, still lifes, and landscapes, and this week you get to draw a portrait of your own. Since I can't be here today, I'm going to do a demo to show you some tips, and then you'll have time to draw either a self-portrait, that's a picture of yourself, or you can draw a portrait of anyone else. If you want to draw a self-portrait, there are some mirrors, but not enough for everybody down on the shelf. You could look at those if you want to, or you can just draw from memory. First, to draw a portrait, you probably want to start with the shape of the head. So you can either draw the whole head, and I like to draw kind of an egg shape, so it's a little bit more narrow at the bottom. That's a little more accurate for how real heads usually look. They're not usually just a circle. So if you want to draw the whole head first, you can do that, but know that that's the top of the head, so you're going to have some hair that will come down lower. So the hair itself might start closer to there. After you draw the head, you can start to draw where the facial features go. So on a real head, your eyes are actually in the middle. And if you don't believe me, you can test it. So if you take your thumb and your finger, you go from the bottom of your chin to right between your eyes, and you lock that in so it's the same, and then you move it up, you'll see it's about the same from the top of my head to my eyes as it is from my eyes to my chin. So that means the eyes would go, oops, that was a little too high. The eyes would go right around in there. We'll just make the hair come up higher. So hair might go there, and then the eyes would be here in the middle, okay? So eyes are usually sort of like a football shape, but it tends to be more flat on the bottom. Whoops, I keep bumping, I'm not used to drawing on this. So maybe I'll draw a curve for the top and then make it a little bit more flat on the bottom. And then I would have, maybe I'll draw the eyelid, the circle, or the colored part of my eye, which is the iris, and then the black part, that's the pupil. That's the part that gets bigger or smaller to let light in. Then if I want to draw the nose, it would come down about halfway between the eyes and the chin. So there are lots of different ways to draw noses. I'm going to show you how my drawing teacher taught me, so that will give you one idea you can try. Noses have 5 curves. No matter what it's shaped like, it always has the same 5 curves. They just might be wider or taller. So it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you could connect them a little bit more. So maybe this curve comes there, and then you can kind of follow that curve up to make your eyebrows. Then for your mouth, you have lips. Even boys have lips, so there are curves there. So you maybe want to draw a curve for the bottom in the middle. It curves down and it goes out. So there's a curve in the middle, the line to separate the 2 lips. If you wanted to, sometimes you'll see like a line, especially if you're smiling. You see a line that goes from like the corner of your nose down and around, so you could draw that if the person's smiling. And then ears, we want to be able to hear. So if your ears show, look where they line up. So the bottom of my ear, the bottom of my nose, the top of my ear, is the bottom of my eyebrows. So let's see, that would make my ear kind of in here. I know this looks a little bit funny with all these extra lines on it. That looks really funny, that's okay. Maybe some hair. Okay, I'm gonna do this all together now. basic face. You do have a neck, comes down on the side. So I could draw a neck that comes down like this, and then maybe the shirt, shoulders come out. And you can do some sleeves. If you're drawing someone with short hair, you might see it go something like that. So it depends. If you are someone with glasses, or you're drawing someone with glasses, you could draw that too. So think about doing all the special details that make somebody look like themselves. If there's freckles, do that. You can show someone's personality by what you draw on their shirt. Maybe or a dress, maybe they're wearing something they really like, maybe they're wearing their favorite color. So I want you guys to start by sketching in pencil on paper. Take your time and try to draw really big. Try to draw the face as big as your hand. At least, did you know in real life, your face is also as big as your hand, and your whole head's the size of your foot. So there's all sorts of cool things you can use to compare sizes. You're gonna sketch on paper with pencil, draw light till you know it's right. If you make a mistake, you can use an eraser and erase that. Really take your time. If you do get all the way done drawing in pencil and you have time, then you could start adding color, and then we will finish these up next week. If you're adding color, I would use probably crayons would be the best thing for when I'm gone. So have fun getting started on your portraits, and I will see you next week.